A longtime friend of President Trump is sentenced today. Good evening. This is CTV News for February 20th. I'm Gina Barty.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us tonight.
It's 3 years and 4 months in prison for Roger Stone. President Trump's longtime friend and confidant was sentenced in federal court this morning for impeding a congressional investigation of Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. Speaking before the sentencing, Judge Amy Berman Jackson said Stone wasn't prosecuted for standing up for the president. He was prosecuted for covering up for the president. Stone's sentencing was tainted with controversy after President Trump called the original recommendation by prosecutors ridiculous on Twitter. Followed by the Department of Justice overruling its own legal team, the president has suggested on Twitter that he might pardon Stone.
Just days before Saturday's Nevada caucuses, 6 Democratic White House hopefuls took the debate stage last night in Las Vegas. They sparred over health care, climate change, and wealth inequality. The candidates also took some personal jabs. The main target was former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, who made his debut on the debate stage just last night. He was challenged on everything from stop and frisk to his alleged disparaging comments about women.
Well, you'll miss that I work in Washington, House 1.
That's the first problem.
Live in Burlington, House 2.
That's good.
And like thousands of other Vermonters, I do have a summer camp. Forgive me for that. Where is your home? Which tax haven do you have your home?
New York City, thank you very much, and I pay all my taxes.
Mayor Buttigieg really has a slogan that was thought up by his consultants to paper over a thin version of a plan that would leave millions of people unable to afford their health care. It's not a plan, it's a PowerPoint. And Amy's plan is even less. It's like a Post-it note, insert plan here.
I am the one, not you, that has won statewide in congressional district after congressional district.
And the next debate will be on February 25th in Charleston, South Carolina.
Governor Larry Hogan calls out the Maryland legislator for not addressing crime in Baltimore City. He wants lawmakers to pass his violent crime package of 2020, which includes 3 bills. They would increase penalties for offenders who commit crimes with guns, require the state to publish sentencing records of judges in criminal cases, and create tougher penalties for witness intimidation.
There's no question that if you take the people that repeatedly shoot people off the streets, there's going to be less people getting shot on the streets. So we have an issue where the average person has been arrested 11 times and convicted 3 times, and yet they're still shooting people. It's only common sense that if they're behind bars, then they won't be shooting people.
Hogan first announced his violent crime bills back in December.
Democratic House leaders propose a bill to fund the Kirwan Commission's school spending plan. If enacted, it would fund major increases to boost classroom instruction, expand pre-K, and hike teacher salaries. The proposal presented this morning would expand the state sales tax to professional services. Real estate, accounting, and legal service firms would be impacted. While the plan would expand levies to certain industries, it would cut the sales tax from 6 cents to 5.
If we want good schools, we have to find a way to pay for it. This is one way to do it. I do think it was fear-mongering to say it was multiple thousands of dollars for every Maryland family. That's simply not true, right? But to pretend like we can have the best schools in the world, which our kids deserve, without us making these kinds of tough decisions is frankly a con job on the public.
It'll help fund not only, frankly, the Kirwan bill, but it'll help fund provide more money for roads, mass transit, and other issues. It'll free up that money in our budget, and I think, long run, help everybody.
And Governor Hogan says he is not in favor of the sales tax plan.